If you live in the high country, you know how much snow has fell recently because, well, chances are you shoveled your walkway. But it's much harder to get a good read on snowpacks in Arizona's wild places. That's why a team of researchers at the University of Arizona are working hard to find ways to track every inch of snowpack across the U.S. Cronkite News reporter Jodi Guerrero explains.
There's a lot at stake when it comes to how much snow is on the ground. A bad snowpack means less water for reservoirs and rivers. And in a time of drought, every drop matters. Right now, volunteers and government employees around the country are measuring snowpack. University of Arizona researchers are combining that data and building on it. University of Arizona professor Zubin Zhang leads this study. He says his team's work will change how people keep track of snowpack in the future.
Before, we only have good measurements over specific points, say your own backyard. Now, if you want to tell your neighbors what's the snowpack change for your neighborhoods and adjacent areas, you don't know because your backyard could be different from your neighbors.
Zhang says his data provides that answer.
Not for your backyard, but for your neighborhood and surrounding areas. And we can do that for every neighborhood in the U.S.
The cold work took place out in the field, while others compiled data in the lab. Then they mapped changes in snow mass across the U.S. over 35 years onto 2.5 by 2.5 mile square grids. Zhang and his team have discovered some decline in snowpack in the West.
There are areas, large areas, having significant snowpack decline, and we need to take actions.
The team has been collecting snowpack data since 1981. Zhang says there hasn't been a decline in snowpack in the eastern U.S.
Most of the areas do not see the significant decrease.
But there is enough decline in areas in the West. If you add them up, it's the same size as South Carolina. Associate research scientist Patrick Broxton says they often use creative technology for measurements.
A number of my colleagues are working with drones, and we just thought it would be a good way to measure snow depth because they're using it for similar types of purposes.
These researchers are so passionate about their studies because their findings could help predict changes in the water cycle and climate change. Here in Arizona, snowmass directly impacts the Colorado River.
Less snowpack means less water through the Colorado River. That means less water for Arizona.
While the snow may look deep, the trends over years are what really tell the true story of snow. In Tucson, Jodi Guerrero, Cronkite News.
The researchers at the University of Arizona are collaborating with NASA. They want to send a satellite into space to help track snowpack.